As a young parent, I learned very early on that parenting it can be pretty intimidating. There's just so much information out there and varying perspectives of how to do it right that it can be pretty overwhelming and lonely at times. But one truth that's given my wife and I hope as our kids have grown is that we're not meant to do it alone. Regardless of your stage of parenting, here's a promise. A time will come when your children will need another adult in their lives besides you. Now, maybe your kids have left your home years ago, or maybe you just experienced that transition, but the importance of widening their circle, and yours for that matter, is still critical. Because widening the circle, it involves pursuing strategic relationships for you and your kids. Meaning we should become intentional about finding spiritual leaders and mentors who will say the things that reflect the values that you hold dear. And one of the smartest things that my mom and dad did was to participate in a church where they could find the right kind of adult influences for my sister and I. And as I observed teenagers over the years, from the time they hit middle school, they start moving away from home. They're not doing anything wrong, it's just the way that they're made. They are becoming more independent and they begin redefining themselves through the eyes of other people who are not in their immediate family. And the older they get, the more important it is for them to have other voices in their lives saying the same things, but in a different way. Another way to say it is, widening the circle means transitioning from a me approach to a we approach. Because when you widen a circle, you not only recognize the need for others to influence you and your children, but also the need for you and your children to be a part of something that is much larger than just your family. A wider circle gives us not only a place to belong, but a significant role to engage in a bigger story. Author Seth Godin made this observation, and he said this: human beings can't help it. We need to belong. One of the most important and powerful of our survival mechanisms is to be part of a tribe, to contribute to and take from a group of like-minded people. But also don't miss this point. The right community is not only important because of what it gives you and your children, but also because of what it requires from you and your children. We all need more than just a family that gives us unconditional acceptance and love. We need a tribe that gives us a sense of belonging and significance. There's just something powerful that happens when we partner with other influences who desire to instill a sense of mission into our hearts and that of our children. We just receive a different view of our place in the world, and we transfer a different kind of passion to one another that our family alone cannot give us. You see, God never intended life to be lived in isolation. And what's true of individuals is also true of us and our families. We have all been called to the part of a much wider circle and a God-engineered community to help us all live beyond our capacity.